Hey everybody, it's Triple J. Welcome back to another episode, our second episode of Modded Valley here in City Skylines, where we are improving the city from Vanilla Valley series with mods. And here we are taking a look at the very beginning of our beautiful new campus here in the city. Campus DLC was released in between Vanilla Valley and this new Modded Valley series, and so we are working on this campus. And we didn't get very far last time in the first episode because I talked a lot, and well, we had a lot to get through. And so a lot of things to talk about. I got distracted by some of the improvements. I talked a lot about some of the mods that we were using, and we're gonna do a little bit more building in this episode, I promise. So let's actually get started with that building. So we put together this road system back here, and upon reloading the game, I think it's actually better than I thought. It's a little wavy. I think the part that I want to change, what I want to do with this is essentially. It's gonna end up being somewhat of an issue anyway, but I'm gonna just slope this from here all the way down. What that's gonna do, though, of course, is make it difficult when we add another road onto here, because it's gonna do that weird little thing that we were talking about last time. I'll show you what I mean here in a sec. Let's just get this all squared away. So now that's a much more gentle of a slope, but so what I might want to avoid is making this connection, because now you see it's going to add that wave right back in, because it tries to flatten where that connection point happens. So instead, we're going to find a unique way to get buildings up here. I think what we're going to do is not have something coming off of this road. We're going to simply use our path to get up here, and then there'll be some buildings up here, possibly some dorms up on the hill like this. We're gonna have to make it somewhat safe though, because let's face it, if you're stumbling back to your dorm after, you know, a little bit too many libations for the night, if you know what I mean, we don't want them falling off the cliff or landing on the road and getting hit by cars, so we'll have to avoid that. Okay, let's get into it here. So, university building. We have our administration building down. The next thing are some dormitories. We also have a study hall, groundskeeping, a futsal club, which someone on my stream, when we were placing these, when we were first taking a look at Campus DLC in the pre-release, someone told us what futsal was, and I don't remember what they said it was. So if you know what futsal is, let me know, because I don't remember what it is. The outdoor study. So the outdoor study is cool. I feel like that's something we could probably put, you know, somewhat in this area. I kind of feel like this should be like another outdoor space. I don't want them all crammed with buildings. Campuses are full of lots of plazas and you know, benches and like kind of green space and stuff like that. So I think I'd like to kind of involve this area with that. So if I turn anarchy on, and if I do control, is it B? Yes. If you do control B with anarchy on, it basically does not allow curves. So right now, this is on, off. Right? On, off. See how there's a little bend in there? If you do control B, it will force, essentially, a straight line. Yeah. Then we'll put some walking paths through here. So you can access the university walking paths in the path menu, along with actually inside of the education tab. I don't know if I want to tackle that just yet. I'd like to place some more buildings down and get a little bit more ahead of the game here. What else do we have? Gymnasium we have to put down. We certainly don't have to use every building, but I think this campus is actually going to be pretty sprawling, so it might be it might be a good idea to do that. And we can kind of get a look at some more of the buildings. Library. Let's just start popping stuff down here. So, again, because we have anarchy on, as you can see, now I can collide with the road a little bit, whereas before I wouldn't be able to do that. I'm also going to use move it here real quick. And I'm going to actually grab this, and I'm going to shift it. Because I want it on this corner. It's going to be... It's not going to be perfect on that corner. I wonder... Better just moving it to the side. Maybe. Maybe that's better over there. Yeah. They're nice looking assets, though. They're very, very nice looking assets. I think the library makes sense kind of in this main corridor here. I'm kind of thinking, now that I'm seeing how this road layout is set up, kind of thinking that we push this out. So this is all one level, and then you can drive down. We might end up pushing a little bit of this back to have just a pathway going down. But I don't know how the pathways are going to be set up just yet. What else do we have here? The commencement office. That should be something that's pretty... I guess we could put that up here, but I'm trying to think a little bit about what makes sense for the space. Maybe it's across the street from this thing. Like whatever we put there. Because this is sort of like our square. Even though it's not square, it's a triangle. But what do we have here? Academic statue. That could go in here. That could go in there. We got other statues too, I believe. Yep, we have 2 different academic statues. So what if we just... What if we just popped a couple of those down? You know, I might even put... I think those are the only 2 we have. But what if we put... right across... They're not completely symmetrical, but I think that's okay. I might be able to move you down a bit, and then that might feel a little more symmetrical. Then it's not kind of lined up with the road. That works. That works. So now that we have some of that in there, let's put some paths. Let's just put some paths. That maybe? Just kind of surrounding them. I like to kind of go a little rogue, because sometimes the snapping for your paths doesn't always just, it's not always very cooperative, especially where you want them to be, because oftentimes you're sneaking them into areas. That's actually pretty cool. It's not symmetrical, but you know, neither is this triangle. And you know what? The world isn't perfect. It's not a perfect place, friends. And I think that's actually kind of cool. I like it. I like it. What else can we put around here? What else would be near the front? Probably the groundskeeping. That's kind of something we could tuck. That wouldn't be really something that the students would access. So maybe that would be somewhere... maybe somewhere in the back of campus? I guess groundskeeping could be at the front. What if we did a little... What if we did like a little service road? A little service road. Let me turn the snapping back on. No, that doesn't feel quite right. Maybe over here. I don't want that to connect, though. Is this even inside of the district? It is. Okay, cool. Little groundskeeping building here, and then we can do some decoration around it, but you know, push out a little bit on that. And then there could be a walking path from like this residential neighborhood over here to it. Kind of want to do a little of that. But make sure that that's flat. And then we'll just shift this. Just don't like dead-end roads if I can avoid it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. We could even put maybe some services in here. Like a little police department. Problem with that is it's off of a gravel road. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe we could do some like detailing or decorating in there for that. What else do we have? Study hall. Futsal club, which we don't know what it is. Outdoor study. Outdoor. That looks like it fits right there. And I think there it shall sit. Nice. Cafeteria. That would probably be pretty centralized as well. Math club. Auditorium. Laboratories. These are larger buildings. The university bookstore, that would probably be fairly centralized. That could go right next to the library. That makes sense. Makes sense to me. Media lab. Chess club. And then, oh no, these are the big buildings. The School of Law, School of Medicine, and School of Science. See how big these are? Look how big some of these assets are. We actually did a test. We actually did a test on stream. I placed every single asset of every single college that comes with campus DLC, and then I placed every single building that came with industries, and the space, just the sheer amount of space that all the assets in campus make up is like over twice the amount of space that all the assets in industries took up. And I thought industries has a lot of assets. It does, all the big factories and such, but there's a lot. And obviously, you know, space isn't everything, right? The size of the asset isn't always everything, but you know, in terms of bang for your buck, I think it's pretty cool. All right, so I don't know, those actually could get placed up here maybe. Let's see. Let's go. I'm gonna go with this path. Extend it off here, but I'm gonna curve it. Gee, I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna curve it like this, and then just a really gentle curve because I want to put the dorms on here. And then over here we can maybe, let's see, kind of feeling I could do something down here. Grab my straight. I'm gonna use move it for this. This will be a good example of how to use move it when you're trying to place stuff too. So do that. And then 2 units or 3. This might be a little overkill, but let's just see how that works. I don't know if that's actually necessary. Okay, I'm thinking about doing this switchback type of thing, but instead I keep clicking that tab. I mean, could this just go straight up? It's pretty steep though. I think I got it. Just curve it down. Like that. And then we'll grab move it because this looks terrible. And we'll just do a little finesse. Lower that. Raise that just a smidge. And then there's a nice curve down to here. So if you because what we can do is we can put some shops along here, maybe have this be a little shopping center area for like the campus. And then so if you live, up the hill, you can just cross the street and make your way up. You can put a bus stop here. Like that. So let's put the dorms on this. Dorm. There's only one. I kind of wish there were multiple dorm buildings. There's only one, but that is like super snazzy. I mean, if I had a view like that, I never lived in the dorms actually when I went to college, but if I did, this would be pretty sweet, high value view right here of the downtown area. I mean, that's cool too. You just got to take this straight shot into downtown from the campus. Pretty nifty. Okay, like that. Study hall can go. We still have down here yet, although I'm kind of thinking maybe we don't use too much of this. But this could be where we put the School of Law and everything. Get a walk down the hill. And then what we can do is put some gardens on the other side. Just gonna even that out a bit now. See, once you start placing some buildings, then you kind of get the feel of like the space, and you're kind of like, okay, and you can kind of see what you want to do with it. Because when I lay out, when I laid out these different tiers, I wasn't exactly sure what we wanted to do with it. I just wanted to work with the landscape. So once you start plopping buildings down, you start getting a sense of scale. Then you have a good idea of, then you can get a better idea of what you are trying to accomplish. But it doesn't start until you lay some buildings down, You can't be afraid to lay stuff. Futsal club. I'm trying to think of what goes on the top. I think I want this to be a road, though. And actually, let's make it this road. I'm going to go like that. Because what I can do here is shift this back so we have a little more room. And again, this does look manufactured, but we're going to be able to... But I think it'll look good. And then this is going to go up to there. I actually don't mind that it's not aligned with that road, or, parallel with that road. And then this is going to be a roundabout. Actually, what if it was a square? What if it was a square about? Like, we should maybe figure out what we want to put in here. Maybe an academic statue? I don't really know. Maybe we could put a couple statues in there. Essentially, it's like a nice turnaround. Or I could put another park in here. That's too big. Something in the monuments, perhaps? Or not monuments, unique buildings? Some sort of art. Lazarette Plaza kind of shows very gaunt, thin, unhealthy people walking like zombies somewhere. Kind of like how you feel when you're a student going to class. That makes sense. That makes sense. So I'm going to center this. Pull it in a little bit. And then I'm going to build... Nope. Build this around it. Just make it a little better. That should work. That? No. That. Great. Very good. Is that perfectly centered? I don't think it is. No, it's actually pretty close. It's pretty close. Cool. It's not like the grandest looking thing, but we can put some, I don't know, something on the outside of that. But yeah, this will not be sports. this will be... Oh, we should maybe put the cafeteria... maybe right here as well. Down by the main campus area. Let's put the... Well, you know what would make sense? The School of Medicine over here. Especially since they look all gaunt anyway. And it might just fit right here. Oh my. Very cool. Yeah. It's a really, really cool asset. I mean, there's some really, really awesome assets inside of Campus DLC. I kind of want... I wonder if I can use Move It for this. Okay. It's alright. It's okay. We're gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna move all of these up. Just gonna give a little bit more space to that backside because of the School of Medicine. Because I don't think they're gonna want this big cliff on the back. But yet we could put... Oh, you know what we could do here? And you can sort of look inside. Maybe I was thinking about putting a little path back here. Lining the cliffside here. With maybe like a fence around it or something. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, but for now, let's roll with that. Down. Okay, I'm going to take off the guidelines again because... there, and just a little bit. We're trying to kind of work our way backwards here. Like that. Shift that a bit there. I just want the concrete touching. It's you know, it's a little wavy, and I don't like it. Oops. So maybe instead of moving that, I'm just gonna move buildings, and that's what's gonna also happen too when you're trying to work without the guidelines on. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Let back a bit. Shift this one. And it's okay if they don't completely line up either. Maybe this one's a little more curved. And what we can do is we can grab our decals. So I'm going to go with concrete. No. That's not what it's called. Go to here. Grab a decal. What is it called? Concrete? No. Where are my decals? Do I not have the decals? Oh. Huh. Well, that should be installed. So I may have to check on that one after the video here. Not a problem though. We'll fix that later. Okay. So then this just maybe goes that? Yeah. It's a little below. I might actually lift this up. To be a little more flat there. And then that just eases down. Yeah, that's cool. Then we can put maybe like another little statue or something in here. Dude, the School of Medicine over there. Can we sneak the... So big. Put this one. just as big. Well, it says it. Yeah. I wonder if I can make that fit. Whew, I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty big. It's a pretty large asset there. But if I... Now, wait a minute here. You know what? I think I could. I just need to redo this. That's okay. I wasn't married to that anyway. So, this is giving me a new lease on this here. Go like this. Boom. Boom. If I curve it around that tree. How can I make those two? Oops. Can I do that? And then just... I need to get that node. So let me go up here. Or no. Oh, here we go. Not buildings. There we are. Just shift it ever so slightly. Bring this curve back. Or less curve, I mean. Turn that back on. Now, if I go like this. Like this. Now I can curve it properly. There's a will, there's a way. There we are. Just sneak around that. I wonder, can I just shift this ever so slightly? Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Totally fine. Right on the steps there. It has the access to it. It's got an interesting shape. I like it. I like it very much. So, I think we'll just probably go with School of Science and School of Medicine here. Maybe this is like a very, very science-focused, university or something. Maybe that's their specialty. Because what's the other one? Law. Yeah. We could do like a satellite law campus too. But I think for now that's probably going to be all right. And then what else do we have here in the beginning? The bookstore we put down. Chess club. I kind of want to put this media. Oh, the laboratories. Yeah, that should probably go up here. And that can squeeze in right on the main road. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Because, yeah, you want a laboratory right next to, something like that. The auditorium, we did not put that down. However, that could go behind this. Are people graduating already? Oh, look at this. So we have our first graduating year already, which is kind of amazing. So we're having our little graduating ceremony. Very cool. Well, everybody, I think we might just put an end to it right here and call this an episode. Right at the end of their graduation ceremony, they're tossing their caps up in the air. Wow, that time just flies. It just flies. So we're gonna continue the campus and probably do a little bit more detailing of it in the next episode, and we'll move forward. But if you have any questions or comments, please let me know down below. And if you know what futsal is, let us know. But my friends, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you next time.